Shoot of Headlines here for another of those reviews which seem to be long awaited. Let's talk about the Rectilux HardCoreDNA and the wonders it can make. I've been using this guy for the last few reviews and I have no reason to complain. The HardCoreDNA is the upgraded version of the CoreDNA, which, on its own, is the compact version of the Rectilux 3FFW. With its design and manufacture headed by John Barlow, this is a niche product. It has small production runs and it's usually sold out even before the packages are shipped. The difference between the HardCoreDNA and the CoreDNA are strictly mechanical. So if you want upgrade from the CoreDNA into the hardcore, you can buy the mechanical parts and just swap out the glass. Which means that in terms of performance and quality, they are very similar, and I would say this review will cover the results for both of them. This piece of gear is a single focus solution, which turns anamorphic setups that require double focus, all of those projection lenses mainly, into a single focus machine. All you have to do is set both your taking lens and your anamorphic adapter to infinity and attach the Rectilux in front of it all. Now, all your focusing is done with one ring. It weighs 625 grams or 1.3 pounds and it's quite compact, especially when compared to the previous Rectilux versions or even the FM lens. This single focus is here to compete with the rangefinder for the title of best single focus solution. It has got focus gears, it has focus scales both in meters and feet, it is easy to carry, fast to install, and it fits multiple lenses while delivering very impressive results. Also, it comes in black, while the previous version had bluish purple highlights. Focus comes down to 70 centimeters or 2 feet in a throw of just under 180 degrees. It also features a non-rotating front element, which is a big plus for polarizing filters and circular variable NDs. The front threads are fit for 86mm filters, and the rear opening is 75mm wide, which goes snugly around 72mm filters. Mounting works by tightening the 6 screws around the Rectilux, and that creates the strongest bond between the front single focus with your anamorphic adapter right behind it. As far as I can tell, all previous batches of the HardCore/CoreDNA were sold out way before shipping. So if you want to get a spot in line and grant one in the next batch, you need to contact John directly through Facebook or through coredna@transferconvert.co.uk. Payment is done way before shipping, but that also saves your spot on the current batch. If you don't like that, you can wait around until someone decides to sell theirs. Pro tip, does not happen very often. Pricing is £749 plus shipping, which translates to roughly $1,000 plus shipping. To make this more interesting and to update the single focus shootout I delivered by the end of last year, I did all of the tests for this one with both the HardCoreDNA and the rangefinder, so let's check that out. As noticed in the previous versions, the effect of the Rectilux glass on the scope are hard to notice. After more than a year on and off using single focus solutions, I can tell that there's a subtle softening of the image, but that's easily surpassed by the increased usability single focus brings. I paid close attention and could not notice quality loss around the corners either. You can spot the difference between using a single focus versus double focus on the single focus shootout chart. Again, the little things you notice after lots of shooting. The Rectilux's old versions intensify a green streak that's present on the original scope's flare, or in some cases, add a green element to the flare. This doesn't bother me. If it did, I would have noticed a long time ago. The HardCoreDNA fits in front of the scope like a glove, overlapping the mechanics and placing the glass as close as possible. The clamp style is what allows this closeness, opposed to filter threads that reinforce a gap between glass elements. The advantage of having the glass closer is it lowers mechanical vignetting, as there is less obstructions in the light path. Now, if I bring back the chart that I used for the single focus shootout, the crown changes hands by a very slim margin. All the advantages that the rangefinder had over the previous competitors are matched or surpassed by the current version of the Rectilux, the HardCoreDNA. If you go back a few episodes, you'll notice I have been using the HardCoreDNA for quite a few of them. That is the Sencor 16D, the Kowa 8Z, the ISCO UltraStar, the Kowa 16D, and many more in the future to come. This is now my go-to single focus solution, and I didn't blink when I had to decide between selling my 3FFW in favor of getting the HardCoreDNA. Its only downsides are the higher price tag and the waiting period. The images speak for themselves when it comes to comparing performance and ease of use. I highly recommend this one here. Now's the time that I ask you to like this video and share it with other people that might have interest in the HardCoreDNA. If you have any questions or requests, shoot them in the comments below and I'll give you an answer. And if you are really into anamorphic stuff, subscribe now and maybe check out some of the older videos too. I've been doing this for a while. If you're in love with the channel, it happens a lot based on what I see in the comments. You can help me out by subscribing on my Patreon page and sending me a little help each month. I definitely do not make enough to make up for the costs I have by running this. I'm Shootout and I'm signing out until next Sunday. See you then. Bye bye.